Hi everyone, Adam from Budos Panel Builders. Behind me I have our Sling TSi 915 Mike Whiskey. We have the Garmin AXIS system installed in this aircraft. We have two GDU116NC November Charlie displays. That means we've got dual IFR GPS, dual nav, dual comm in these displays. We're going to go ahead and run this aircraft through some approaches and show you guys the new system in its most integrated configuration. Show you how the approaches work, show you how the flight plan page and the airport page works on this, and just do a quick shakedown basically. This is kind of part of our test flying after installing the system, so you guys get to come along with us a little bit. A couple things I want to note. First, at the time that I'm shooting this intro, I'm not sure if this is going to be a single video or if this is going to be broken up into 3 videos. If it is broken up into 3 videos, you're going to be seeing this on the first of the 3. We'll denote them in the titles on YouTube so that you can kind of keep order as you're watching through them. Also, bear in mind, this is a brand new system. There's not even a pilot guide out yet at the time that we're recording this, which means that there's certain things that we do that may not necessarily be the best practice for the system yet because we're still learning it, and we may not understand how certain things about this system work. So just bear with us through that. You know, save the comments if there's something that I say incorrectly. I'll try to correct myself at any point in the video if I find anything that I say that's wrong, or we may have to correct it later once we learn the answer to certain questions.
Hello everyone, Adam from Midwest Panel Builders. We're going to be doing some instrument approaches here on the new Garmin AXIS system. We're going to shake the system down with these approaches and check that everything's doing its job and give you guys a first look at how the system works. I feel incredibly privileged to be able to do this right now, right at the launch of the product. We've got a video coming up, if it's not out already, if you haven't seen it already, showing the install of this system into this airplane as well as into Aviation 101's 101 Alpha Victor. So check that out when it's available if you haven't. So this is going to be a pretty simple setup here as far as approaches go. We're just going to remain local here at the Flint Airport, do 3 different types of approaches to show the different areas of the system. We're going to show you how to set it up in the AXIS. As you can see, we have no center stack, which means that it's all done through the display. These are the November Charlie models. So we're coming up to the end of the runway here. Run-up is already complete. I'm just going to run our before takeoff checklist quickly, and then we're going to get in the air and get going. Alright, let's get the autopilot set up here. So we're going to go ahead and go on the altitude hold at 2,500 feet. And we're going to go autopilot on, 060 heading.
Flying 5 Mike Whiskey, flight heading is 090.
Turning to 090 for Sling 5 Mike Whiskey. Alright, let's go ahead and load our approach here. So we're going to go down into the charts, and I'm going to pick up the approach plate for the RNAV Runway 27. We'll brief the approach really quick. Mainly what I'm interested in right now is our minimums of 1098. So what we can do is we can hit load procedure. We've got the RNAV 27. Right now we're picking up vectors. I think I'm actually going to ask them for, well, it's a bit late for that now. Let's just leave it vectors for now. Minimum's 1097. We'll go ahead and activate vectors to final, because we are being vectored. So we got our approach set up now. So we're vectors to final. Hiccup is our next waypoint that the FMS has selected, but we do have JAGME in there as well if we wanted. We could ask for direct JAGME if we pass it, and then it'll get us sequenced in properly if we did that on the AXIS, but we'll see what happens here.
So we're 5 Mike Whiskey, turn right heading 180.
Right turn heading 180, Sling 5 Mike Whiskey. We'll get 180 dialed in. And now what's nice about the AXIS system is we can actually pick the HSI here, and we can scroll it and have a map, which allows us to go to the waypoint page over here and keep our approach plate full screen, but still have a little map down there for some enhanced situational awareness. So that's kind of a nice little feature on the new AXIS system that the G3X prior did not have, but other systems like the G3000 Prime that this is loosely based on did have. So we got our CDI set up.
Either ice cream or hot dogs, I wasn't sure which.
We can see our approach course on there with JAGME and Hiccup. we can see that we're currently 5 miles from Hiccup.
5 Mike Whiskey, you are 5 miles from Hiccup. Turn right heading of 240, maintain VFR, cleared RNAV Runway 27.
Alright, right turn heading 240, maintain VFR, cleared RNAV Runway 27, Sling 5 Mike Whiskey. Alright, so we're on our turn, so we're clear for the approach, so we're going to arm the approach now. By doing that, we actually are already going to intercept on the GPS, so it's getting us on an intercept angle into the final approach course. The glide path is armed, and we're maintaining 2,500 feet. We do have the glide path available. We see that we're well below it.
Sling 5 Mike Whiskey, you can contact Flint Tower with 26.3.
Over to tower, 5 Mike Whiskey, talk soon.
Sling 915 Mike Whiskey, Flint Tower, 13408, runway 27, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 27, Sling 5 Mike Whiskey.
Whiskey after the option, turn left heading 230, maintain VFR at or below 2,500.
After the option, heading 230, VFR at or below 2,500, Sling 5 Mike Whiskey.
Bunker 81, heading 2.
One thing I'll show you guys really quick, even though we're not going to do it right now, but the best practice as of today's world is to always keep your heading bug synced, and that's always been true if you had a heading bug. If you actually push the button now, you see it's in sync mode. So whatever our current heading is, the bug will stay there, and then if I switch to heading mode, or if I turn the knob, that's what takes it out of sync mode. So I'll put it back to 230 to pre-select our climb out instruction. We're coming up on our glide path soon, so I'm going to reduce power so that we can hit our 90 knot target. And then let's watch this approach. And as we cross slightly under 90 knots, we're going to go ahead and put in our first notch of flaps as well. Glide path is capturing. You can see that it's blinking up on the scoreboard. And here comes our descent. Reduce power a bit more. We'll maintain somewhere around 30%, see where that gets us. We can see our flight path vector is just about on the runway, which is what we want to see. Okay, we're looking good on this approach here. It's doing a pretty good job at keeping us aligned. Here comes our AGL.
500.
So our GHA 15 has picked up on the ground. There's 400 feet.
Minimums.
There's minimums, we're going around.
300.
There's full power. Sling 5 Mike Whiskey's going missed.
Roger.
Great departure, Sling 915 Mike Whiskey, turning to 230, VFR at or below 2,500, current altitude 1,700.
Sling 915 Mike Whiskey, Great Lakes departure, radar contact, maintain VFR at or above 2,500. I'm sorry, maintain VFR at 2,500. Fly heading of 140, I'm going to bring you around the other side for the approach.